Chaturvyūha, the quadruple expansions of the Supreme. The references for this come from the Rigveda, Padma Puran, Nārāyaṇa Puran, Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Mahabharat and Upanishad. The expansion of the Lord are Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. The quadruple expansion of the Supreme Lord is composed of Sankarshan. The fourth expansion is certainly transcendental, but because his activities of destruction in the material world are in the mode of ignorance, he is known as the tamas form of the Lord. Lord Shiv knows that Sankarshan is the original cause of his own existence, and therefore he always meditates upon him in trance by chanting the mantra. Sankarshan, Sankarshan The Srimad Bhagavad states, at the time of devastation, when Lord Ananta Dev desires to destroy the entire creation, he becomes angry. The form between his two eyebrows appear, the three-eyed Rudra carrying a trident. This Rudra, who is known as Sankarshan, is the embodiment of the 11 Rudras or the incarnations of Lord Shiv. He appears in order to devastate the entire creation. Vasudeva. The three types of ego, ahankar, are technically known as Vaikaric, Tejas, and Tamas. The Mahatattva is situated within the heart or the Chit, and the deity of this Mahatattva is Lord Vasudeva. Pradyumna is the son of Lord Sri Krishna and Rukminni, born in Dwarika. He was a version of Lord Kamdev. In the Treta Yuga, Kamdev was burnt by Shiv, and when he became a barrier to Shiv's meditation and promised her in the next Bhim Kamdev an expansion of Vasudeva and received the name Pradyumna. In no respect was he inferior to his father, as per Srimad Bhagavad Puran. Aniruddha, the Mahatattva, is transformed into three divisions: Vaikaric, egotism in goodness, and Sattvic Ahankar. From the 11th sense organ, the mind is predominating deity, and it is Aniruddha. Vishnu in his view manifestation, which is a fourfold Chaturvyūha, Vasudeva as creator, Sankarshan as the sustainer, Pradyumna as a destroyer or dissolution of the universe, and Aniruddha as a promulgator of spiritual knowledge. This is a Vaishnava doctrine of view, or the doctrine of the formation. The Chaturvyūha forms of Vishnu are related causes of creation with his 5 aspects: Nārāyaṇa thinking, Vasudeva feeling, Sankarshan willing, Pradyumna knowing, and Aniruddha acting. All successively, each divinity controls its specific creative energy. The Shanti Parva of Mahabharat. I am Brahma, the primeval master of all creatures, have started into birth from him, and thou hast taken birth from me. From me have flowed the universe with all its mobile and immobile creatures, and all the Vedas, O Son, with their mysteries divided into portions, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshan, and Vasudeva. Now those 4 view avatars which control the entire universe, endued with great pursuance. The first view avatar is Vasudeva, who is the soul of the creatures, earth, wind, space, water, light, forming the 5th primal elements of great pursuance, mingling together, controlling the entire universe, and they form what is called the body. The second view of Avtar is Sankarshan. He enters the body and is possessed of great pursuance and is called Jeev. He is also known by other names, Shesh and Sankarshan. The third view of Avtar is Pradyumna. He that takes his rise from that Sankarshan by his own acts, and in whom all creatures merge when the universal dissolution comes, is the mind of all creatures and is called by the name of Pradyumna. The fourth view of Tar is Aniruddha. From him, that is Pradyumna, arises he who is the creator and who is both the cause and effect. From this last, this one is called Aniruddha. He is also called Ishan, and he is manifest in all the acts in which the Supreme Being manifests himself. Each view is conceived in specific attributes, functions. The four views, forms, are in essence of the four aspects of Vasudeva, from whom they all originate, representing four dimensions of the created universe, regulating the cosmic order. And the fourth view, Aniruddha, Padma Puran, chapter 22:9, a description of the Vishnu's views, having created the entire world, remaining insentient, the Lord of the universe remained in it, is the life of the entire world. He alone, the highest soul, being of an unmanifest nature, settled down. Brahma himself proceeds with creation, maintenance, and destruction. The ancient Vasudeva is full of six qualities. From himself, having the qualities of sattva, rajas, and tamas, he made his form, the world, into four. The Lord form of Pradyumna is endowed with all grandeur, having obtained the position of the inner controller of the lords of the creation. Time and people properly brings about the creation. Lord Aniruddha, endowed with power and luster and having got the position of the inner controller of Manas, kings, time and people look after the maintenance, and Lord Sankarshan, Mahavishnu, endowed with the knowledge and power, after assuming the position of the inner controller of time, all beings, Rudra and Yam, destroys the world. Jivatma is also known as Lord Shesh or Sankarshan, using his own deeds. The one who arises from this, everything in the universe is generated from Aniruddha. Garuda Puran says the same. Vasudeva is one, undecaying, peaceful, the great soul, eternal, unstained. Hari exists in five forms as Vishnu, who favors the creation and destroys the wicked, as Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Listen to the mantras expressive of these five forms. 17. Adoration of the five fundamental principles of the universe. On the other hand, the three attributes, namely Bal, Vidya, and Tejas, are divine guns, auxiliary to knowledge, and are defined as the eradication of imperfections such as fatigue and the like. Therefore, my states are of two types, inert and active. My manifestation in creative is only another facet of my existence which involves no duality, non-dual, in the same way as waves surging up in the ocean remain the same water. Generally speaking, the form of my manifestation is determined by a particular pair of attributes required for the fulfillment of my function. Therefore, Gnan in combination with Bal is named the god Sankarshan. Aishvarya with Virya constitutes Pradyumna, and Aniruddha represents Shakti in conjunction with Tejas. whereas in my initial state, the undifferentiated complex of six attributes is identified with the absolute entity Brahman, just as the same actor may appear in several roles, displaying differences in dress because of my urge to benefit the worlds by virtue of attributes such as knowledge, power, Shakti. I assume the form of Sankarshan, yet retain Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, the supreme Vyūhas of Lord Hari Shri Vishnu. Chaturvyūha, the quadruple expansions of the Supreme. The references for this come from the Rigveda, Padma Puran,